Good morning, good afternoon or good evening, wherever you might be. In the almost 200 videos that I've uploaded to this channel concerning Excel, I've said many times that the power of Excel is unleashed by the use and correct use of formulas. Excel handles formulas in a particular order, and I'd like to dedicate this particular upload to explaining to particularly learners and beginners in Excel how Excel uses the order of what are known as nested formulas. A nested formula is simply one that appears within another. So in this formula, where we're deciding in this cell whether tax is payable or not, there is a formula in here which adds D7 and D8, these two cells, using a sum function. That sum function is nested within an if statement, which tests the value of the sum function, and if that value is less than 200, then show no tax payable, but if it is 200 or greater, then show taxes payable. Further, both of those functions are nested within a third function, the if error function, which says that if there is an error in the typing of the names of the functions, then show the words check formula in this particular cell. Now you'll also notice that when I hover my mouse over this cell, that a comment appears, and this comment will be available to you if you download this file from the description in the video below. Now when I move away, the comments disappear, but what I can do, here's a little tip, if I right click on that cell and then say show hide comments, the comment will stay there irrespective of where I am on the spreadsheet. To hide the comment again, I simply right click and say hide comment. But I want to leave it there, so I'll right click and show comments. Now the way it works is this: the first formula, as I mentioned before, adds D7 and D8 using the sum function. There it is there. So that was the first formula that I typed. I then decided that I wanted to test the result of that sum function using an if function, and the if function always requiring three arguments. First is the test, is it less than 200? If it is, then show no tax payable, but if it is greater than 200, show taxes payable. I then said nest those two formulas within the if error, which checks for any problems in the creation of the functions. So let's say, for example, that I left out the U in the word sum. I typed in my haste SM. Now when I press Control Enter, it says check the formula because there is a problem. So I look at the oh yes, I've left the U out here, so I'll type the U back in, Control Enter, and taxes payable. But now let's see if I say in this cell that the value of that cell is $90. Control Enter, no taxes payable, and here that cell is showing now as empty because the formula in there says add up D7 plus D8 and multiply it by F7, but if D10, this cell, is equal to no tax payable, and you'll notice the double quotes because it's text, then show nothing, two double quotes together. So therefore the cell here is empty. So remember that the idea is that Excel looks at the innermost brackets first, and it does that calculation, then it moves out and it does the next function that it finds, and it keeps moving out until there are no more. So hopefully this will explain and give you a better idea of how Excel works. It's really quite important because we need to understand particularly if we're a little bit new to Excel, the order in which the functions are working within an Excel formula. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe unless you've already done so, and remember that a link to this particular file will be available to you in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.